I think we just wanted to have fun. I think we just wanted to have fun. I don't think we went into it too deeply at first. You just wanted to play a few shows and have some fun.
How important was the media to the whole punk thing?
Well, they really built it up, and then they played on all the bad elements of the whole thing and helped, I guess, destroy it, by bringing out all the negative elements to the public, made it into a fashion show.
Yeah, they would focus in on one person.
Didn't focus on the music. That these people were playing real rock and roll for the first time in a long time. We had any real rock and roll bands like us, the Sex Pistols, and the Clash. They just played off on the fashion and safety pins,
Nazi stickers,
and
the whole sensationalism.
And Sid with all his problems and him dying. And
it's only a few people. Then the whole scene.
Of course, it's going to turn off the masses. Even kids that were listening to heavy metal type bands, which they might have been able to get into the punk thing because it was real rock and roll, but they just turned off everybody. They couldn't understand it.
Do you think the media created it and then destroyed it?
I think
they brought it out. They didn't create punk. I mean, the bands created punk, but yeah, they just overdid it right away and just destroyed it from overexposure, like, at the same time.
English punk bands, too, they were self-destructive from the beginning. And the stuff that they got into and started preaching and what went on at their shows, they instigated all of it. And they really brought about their own downfall, because there is no way you will ever get commercial access, become commercially accessible with the antics that they were pulling at the time.
And then second generation punk bands would then come out and try to outdo whatever they're seeing on the TV, and just made it snowballed into something that got worse and worse.
It's like I said, it went from being fun to being political, and then it just became self-destructive.
I think Malcolm played a major role in that, with the whole sensationalism, and kind of directed it that way, and then the press.
It was basically fashion. That's really all it was. Just fashion.
Another fad.
A bunch of clothes store owners really were behind a lot of this stuff too. The Clash's first manager,
Malcolm too.
Rhodes, was I was with Richard Hell and the Voidoids. We did a tour with the Clash for 7 weeks, and he would always talk about fashion. Let's do this. Let's change this. And it wasn't them. And I could hear arguments with Mick Jones and him saying, I don't want to wear this, I don't want to wear that. So that's really what it was. It was a fashion statement.
And you guys were not as sensational as something like the Pistols, or the Clash even.
We were sensational because of our own merit, because we're an exciting
band. That way. We used to stay separate from everything, and we just did what we felt comfortable, what we did. We did what came natural to us, what was us.
I don't know, I always wanted to be playing music, I mean, right from the start. I mean, I always got excited about the whole thing, and I still am excited about it. I haven't, gotten jaded or lost touch, I mean? I mean, every night's exciting to me, and every trip is a new adventure,
We went to Yugoslavia for the first time. That was great. 9,000 people,
I think on your question, I think we realized that pretty much from the start. Maybe, a year or so into it. I remember Tommy would always say about kids are going to compare us to the things that they're used to seeing, and we have to be as professional and as these other bands,
Was it pure anarchy for you then?
We were all new to playing and everything, so we knew that we had to sound tight, we had to sound, but we had to be professional. I mean, you still would goof off, but as far as the show part was always serious. After the show, you didn't take it quite as serious as you do maybe later on in life, but the show part was always very serious to us.
It is anarchy, though, but it's just that, you just know what you got to do. I know as a singer, you know, like I improvise on, you know, every night. It's fresh for me, you know what I mean? I know it sounds good though, but you know, I like to like keep it natural, you know what I mean? And spontaneous. It's a great song with great lyrics.
The video or the...
We're playing the video today.
Oh, the video. Good
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, video's great. Song's great, the
All
words
done
are
in
great.
one take, no edits.
Video's great.
Yeah, it was this new process with all one take.
I thought that was my
Who wrote the lyrics to it?
I did.
You want to give us a background as to why those lyrics were there?
Yeah, it was about being on tour, being on the road, and it was a long, that's back in the old days when we used to tour continuous. It was almost like the whole year. And we were on tour in America, and then we went over to England, and it was Christmas. And I remember like in London, Christmas time, everything shuts down, like there's nothing to do, nowhere to go. And I was sitting in the hotel room with Dee Dee. We watched the Guns of Navarone. Like that's why I'm in England, so I can watch an American film in London, you know. So, but those the subways, you know, everything was shut down. And then Boxing Day came right after, and so it was just a continuation of nothing. You know, you're stranded in the hotel, you know. So nothing to do, nowhere to go. I want to be sedated, and that's where some of the lyrics came from.
Nugent might have been watching. I know Aerosmith was on the side watching. It was good embarrassing. You know, we wanted to be good for them because they were watching, you know. And
We got lots of bologna sandwiches thrown up, and we had a good meal.
I gather they wanted to see us, you know, and everyone, the whole audience threw their lunches.
The lunches. Bag lunches.
I guess a lot of people in the audience didn't get to eat then.
Tuna fish sandwiches.
We were probably good for the concession stands. You know,
We could have made a killing at the concession.
They stocked up.
I suppose recording, getting your first album is a memorable thing when you get to see the cover of your first album. And
Doing rock and roll high school was a lot of fun.
it was?
Yeah.
Having Motorhead cover.
Singing it.
Yeah, because he got to dress up like a woman.
Right.
Mark got to dress up like a woman, and he likes that. So
Rock and roll
he
high school
enjoyed it.
was
Lifetime
to see
ambition.
rock and roll high school in the movie theater. That was fun.